All right, we are live on 801 Ring Talk. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is the first Ring Talk that we have posted, and we are interviewing STF of Salt Lake City. We have Darren and Bam Bam here, and I'm Meduzi of 801 Ring Talk, and excited to have this interview because there's a big event happening, and we're going to update you on this right now. If you have any questions, hop on the comment. You might be able to win some free stuff from 801 Ring Talk. And let's get at this. Darren, tell me a little bit about you, how this all started with you, and the beginning of STF.
Okay, well, I started actually. I had the idea just before COVID, and the idea that I had is I wanted to do something different. And the original idea we were going to do like a tournament format, but didn't like that. But anyway, we wanted to do something different that not the other promotions weren't doing because we wanted something to stand out and us do the same thing. Then COVID came. Then during that whole time, I had time to think about it more, and then really from there, I came up with more of a different kind of a format where we'd still do like sort of tournaments, but not strictly tournaments. But we have like a legacy cup match is one of the things that we do, and STF just stands for survival of the fittest, and we want to just give everybody an opportunity. Everybody be on the same level. Just but not doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. We wanted it to be more of a local promotion based in Utah than a local promotion, if that makes sense. So we bring in a lot of names from out of state. We bring in some big names, and we try to tie in wrestling's past with what's going on too. And so we brought in some legends to have them be a part of it. And no, it's been fun. So it's been challenging, but it's been fun. And so
Oh, that's great. Do you have a background in wrestling?
do I?
Yeah.
Uh, well, I made the wrestling team in junior high, but I hated the practices, so I quit going, and that was the extent of it. So
Okay. So you're passionate about wrestling.
yeah, and I've been a fan. I got into it when I was like 8, 9 years old with my grandpa. We used to watch the Saturday morning wrestles, and yeah, I mean, I'm 52 now, so being 8 or 9 years old was a long time ago. I'm old, so but I've been watching it for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, you probably go back to like Hulk Hogan and like all of the
Yeah, yeah. I
who was your
started
favorite
watching
wrestler
it
when you were a
from the
kid? Did
first
you
WrestleMania. What's up?
really? WrestleMania?
I couldn't hear you.
Uh WrestleMania?
Yeah, I started watching wrestling before the very first WrestleMania happened,
Okay.
a long time ago.
So who was like do you remember your first match that you watched?
Let's see. I think the very first main event that I went to was at the old Salt Palace. It was the AWA.
Okay, we lost him for a second. And while we wait for him to get back, Bam Bam, um, how long have you been working for STF?
I've been with STF since the beginning, so day one.
Since day one?
Yeah.
Heck
Darren
yeah.
came to me and was like, "Hey, we need you," and I was like, "All right, let's do it."
Yeah, am I
Nice.
back?
You are back. There was two of you for a second, but you're back. we have some sound difficulties. That's why we started late, and the echo has increased, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can hear it
The
more.
first time we've had this issue, so we apologize. Um, we're gonna make this interview short and sweet because we have had some difficulties right now. Um, Darren and Bam Bam, tell us about this Armageddon.
It's gonna be a big show.
Armageddon. We're excited about it. We've got Kevin Sullivan coming back, and he's well-respected veteran, legend, and the Armageddon match itself is going to be 5-on-5, where it starts with two from each team, and then from there, at intervals, it's going to be just random names drawn to who comes in next. It's not going to go team by team, so it could be 2-on-3, 4-on-2, 1-on-5. It's just random draw, and that's the actual Armageddon match. But we've got some other cool stuff happening too. Some other matches like Holiday's coming back against Janai Kai. She's known as the Kick Demon and just amazing in the ring. And
Nice.
6'9" guy, a guy from Impact Wrestling, Madman Fulton, 6'9", 320. He's coming after August Artois for the title, so we're excited about that one too. And now we got several matches planned, and we're just waiting for counting down the days.
Nice. I know. I'm excited about it. And just to let you guys know, I'm going to be at this event. And before the event, I will be interviewing some of the wrestlers, which will be really fun.
That'll be cool.
And I'm going to do my best to get it live.
Cool.
And it'll be fun. So you guys can watch 801 Ring Talk and watch this Armageddon match live. But if you are in the Salt Lake City area, how do they come about getting tickets?
They can get on 24tix.com, or they can Venmo at STF Pro Wrestling, or Cash App at it's STF Wrestling. The cost is ringside is 25. General admission is 15. It was 20, but we dropped it to 15. And kids 7 to 12 or 10, 6 and under free.
Very nice.
So through Venmo, Cash App, or 24tix. So
Good.
I'm excited.
Not only you, me and our 801 Ring Talk crew are going to be there, and we're going to definitely we're going to be hyping this up. So I can't wait to see these, especially Kevin Sullivan.
He's amazing. He's definitely amazing.
He was here last. Oh, sorry.
Can you? I don't know, Darren. You're not super tech savvy, but when we're talking, is there a way you could push mute, and then when you're talking, unmute it?
Let's see. Okay, let me try.
So, yes, that is perfect. So, Bam Bam, what were you saying?
Kevin Sullivan is definitely amazing. I got to spend a lot of time with him when he was at our last show. Definitely an amazing person.
When was that?
Crap, when was our last show? So many shows. When was our last show, Darren?
It was August 26th.
Nice.
August 26th, the Rocky Mountain Tag Team that he came into the match. So, and I gotta say this: when he was here last time, he told me, he goes, "You run a first-class operation," and then pointed it at Bam and said, "And a lot of it's because of her."
Because of Bam Bam?
Mm-hmm.
Hell,
Yeah, he
shut
was
up.
really impressed with Bam. So
Nice.
good job, Bam.
So, what are your roles with this? You're promoters, you're bringing in the wrestlers, and you bring them into the community center. What are your individual roles in with STF? Starting with
Me
mhm,
with who?
with you, Darren.
Okay. I'm the promoter. I'm the one that talks to the venues, gets everything set up, things like that. I do a little bit of wrestling still, but not a whole lot. That's not my big role. My main role is behind the scenes and make sure everything's going well. And I wanted to put together, the right people, the right team. So, I'm not doing everything by myself. And that's why I've got Bam Bam on board. And she's just been amazing. She's been great. So, but my role is basically promoter, putting things together, make sure it runs, as good as it can, and talking to the venues, talking to the wrestlers, talking to businesses about sponsors, and all that fun stuff, the business side of it.
Right. And so, is this a full time job for you?
I can't hear you.
Is this a full time job for you?
Oh. No,
If
I've got my 9 to 5, and then do this when I can.
okay, so fun. Like this is your fun job.
Pretty much, yeah. It's stressful at times, but
This is where
it's
we don't have to
people.
be adults anymore.
Pretty much. Yeah.
We have Donovan Edsel watching right now.
Hey, what's up, Don?
How are you, Donovan? Thank you for watching. Um, so Bam, tell me, do you go by Bam Bam or Bam with STF?
I go by Bam with STF.
Okay. So Bam, your manager, you're running the
I'm a whole lot of everything. Sometimes I'm transportation, sometimes I'm crew mom. Sometimes I just feel like an adult babysitter with a bunch of teenage boys running around.
so
Like, that's just what it is. I'm picking them up from airports, dropping them off at hotels, vice versa, picking them up from hotels, getting them to the venue, getting drinks,
just don't get them all on
food.
one plane.
That's not my doing, that's Darren's doing. So if he puts them all on one plane, that's their fault, not mine. My
Will
job is
it
to keep
be
everybody safe and sane. I get waters. I also do, when we do raffles, I also get to go up and do the raffles and announce things like that. I'm just a whole lot of everything. I'm just everywhere.
That's amazing. It sounds
Yeah.
like you work pretty hard.
Some days I do, yeah. It's worth it though, all in the end, just to have fun.
So, who out of all of the wrestlers that you guys have worked with, Bam, who's your favorite one?
August Artois, obviously, like, he's our champion right now. Like, out of everybody like we've brought in and worked with, I would have to say he's one of my favorite right now because just his personality, he comes off as like a total asshole, that's all I can just say. But it's just hilarious. He's just an all around genuine guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know how to describe him. He's just hilarious. And he's totally plays the champion role so well.
Nice.
See, Darren's even laughing. He already knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Talking about
August.
August.
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
Like, he's just a good guy.
Nice. We
He
have Seth. Go ahead, Darren. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, he sent me some video before, we ran our very first show, and he was asking, looking to get booked in different places, and I asked him, send me some video, I'll take a look, and I was just watching him going, wow, this guy is next level. How is he not in these bigger leagues? But He will be one day, but yeah, he's great. He's a lot of fun. He keeps things interesting, that's for sure.
Nice. Well, I'm sure it's really interesting with all the wrestlers. I mean, you have a bunch of characters in there and in their characters most of the time,
So
right?
many different personalities. I look at it this way. It's like putting a bunch of frozen marbles in hot water and watching what happens and just watching it all explode. That's how I feel sometimes. And sometimes I feel like it's a soap opera because some people don't know how to distinguish like personal drama from wrestling drama to this drama to that drama, and you're just like, shut up.
How do you shut them up? What do you do? Are you like, "Ah, ah," or
Uh,
what do you do?
well, everybody that knows me knows that I'm a very loud person and I express my feelings very loudly. So I'm a very hated person in most of the wrestling communities, but that's fine. I get my point across and it's just over with.
I'm sure they
There was a
appreciate
few I
it.
would like to lock in a U-Haul and drive around the block a few times at very large speeds, but that's besides the point.
Oh. So stay on her good side, is what she's saying.
Right? If any wrestlers are watching this right now, you just got warned.
Beware.
I'm sure
Watch out for
I've
no.
I'm sure I've got my point across to a few of them by now. I've
Right.
been around long enough.
So you have wrestlers come from all over the country,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
And um at this event, Darren, can you list the set? Like, can you hear me okay?
The matches?
Yeah. Can you list the matches?
The matches? Yeah. We've got finalized one match, the Iron Man Cup, and that's a multi-person type of match where you can get pinned, you can tap out, thrown over the top rope. It's falls count anywhere rules, and that is actually sponsored by Top Notch Heating and Air. I've got to throw that in because they are sponsoring that match. We have Holiday against Janai Kai, and that match is going to be amazing. Those two are well traveled around the world doing what they do, and we get a lot of. I've been getting a lot of comments from fans from across the country talking about that one. They can't believe that that's going to happen, and I can't believe we've got it happening in our show. But we also have the
Well,
Armageddon
hello.
match.
What's up?
We have the
We're
Armageddon
just listening.
match. It's going to be Tombstone Jesus, Otto Von Clutch, Badman Inc., which is Jeff Orcutt and Big Bull Braddock, and the guy coming from Texas, the Rottweiler Jay Davis, against Kevin Sullivan, Lost Sullivan, Buddy Highway, the Canadian Pit Bulls, who are Eric Angel and Elias Castanedas, and Sage Scott coming from Florida. And that match has guys from Utah, Texas, Colorado, Florida, from all over. They're coming for that one. Um, we have Lilith Grimm. She's coming from Colorado. She's defending the Monarch title, which is our women's title against Andrea the Giant. August Artois defends the title, the STF title, against Madman Nine Monster coming from Impact Wrestling. Uh, let's see, what am I forgetting, Ash or Bam?
Bam.
We've got the two
Yeah.
debuts. Funny Bone against Sean O'Reilly.
What did he say?
Funny
Sorry.
Bone's coming from Vegas, and Sean O'Reilly's coming from Wyoming. Um, we got Sterling Silvers and Lola the Adventurer. And if you've never seen Lola, you're gonna love Lola, I promise.
Can't wait. She
And
stands out with her backpack and everything.
Lola,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, she's great.
We have a few of
And
our female wrestlers that stand out pretty well.
Yeah,
yeah,
Janai Kai. Is that how you pronounce her name?
and they're going to be wrestling a girl named Raven.
She's
Scott
going
from
against Hollanded.
Colorado, and
That
the
girl can
partner,
wrestle.
the Levi Lee's choosing the best partner that money can buy, is what he's saying. So
Damn.
we're looking forward to that one.
And Holodead, look, I saw that last match she showed me. Holy shit, that lady is, she's got it.
She's
Like,
brutal.
Oh yeah,
yeah, she took that chick. Who was she against?
Morgan.
Yeah, she
Morgan.
took Morgan down. Is Morgan going to be back this time or?
She's not this time, but we're talking about bringing her back at our next one in February. So
Okay, well, she'll have her come back.
we've already been
You
talking
know
to
it.
her about it. So if she wants to, she's great. We love having her. In fact,
So this is
this has been a while.
just real quick. I just want to introduce Seth, Mr. Crow. He's popping up. He's part of the 801 Ring Talk team. What's
What's up,
good
guys?
tonight?
Hey Seth,
Oh,
how's it going?
just hanging out, you know. Figured I'd hop in here, talk some wrestling with you guys.
We are having
Anytime.
a little bit of a sound issue tonight. There's an echo. I've never had this problem before, so and some of us our volumes are a little bit low. So if you just notice that, just work with it if you don't mind.
It's probably my
Um,
fault.
and if you mute it, I don't know if we can do it, but like when you talk, unmute it, and then when you don't talk, mute it. It'll make it a lot better. See, that's so much better. But it's kind of hard to do in mid conversation. I'm really enjoying this conversation. This is amazing. I can't wait for the Armageddon that's coming up. Are you going to be there, Seth?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pull up to that. Just gonna see if you needed help with anything, pre-show wise and everything, you know. I'm willing to do whatever, you know.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a good show. You got a nice lineup coming. Kevin Sullivan's gonna be dope. That's a big name.
I think
I
I
like
lost the
that.
sound. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a little low, but like maybe if you raise your voice a little more when you're talking.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, yeah, we're just doing our best with this interview. There's some kind of a sound problem. We don't know. We couldn't trace it, but we're not giving up. We got to get on live. This is amazing. You guys, I'm so like impressed with what you have been putting on. This is going to be your third event, correct?
Fourth.
Fourth event.
This will be our fourth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
So
journey, huh, Bam?
has it been a journey, Bam?
It's been a journey for sure. Our first show was a crazy show, but we pulled through and still almost had a sold out show. I believe we did.
Nice.
Nice.
The first show was definitely a learning process. That was for sure. Definitely a learning process.
Have they always been at the community center?
Our shows have, yes, but every company that I've followed or have gone to see, they're throughout everywhere. The company that I first started following, they used to do them downtown.
Okay.
That's actually how I met Darren.
Really? Tell us about this, Bam.
A friend of mine that actually used to work for us, um, introduced me to wrestling, and it was called War back then, and I followed that for years. And then they disappeared, and so I hopped around from all the other little wrestling companies that would come around, and that's how I met Darren and Rick and everybody else on the roster, and Jagger and Tombstone and Brad and just everybody. And then one day Darren's like, "Hey, I got a question for you. And he's like, you want to join us? And I was like, oh, hey, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then it just came together, or?
Yeah, we just came together and we've been doing it since. And
Did that help at
I
all?
mean, there's always going to be controversial stuff in wrestling because there's always going to be that one person that you don't like. And it's just how any business is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of interesting conflicts and interesting ways you guys have grown, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Cool.
There's always going to be a conflict with one person or another. Not everybody's going to be getting along at the same time.
Right. Darren popped off, but hopefully he can pop back in.
Hopefully.
So I'm thinking, okay, so we've got the meet and greet going down. It's going
Saturday.
down Saturday, 11:30, correct?
Yeah, 11:30 at Curry's Pizza in Lehigh.
Nice. You guys, everybody should go out, meet these guys. Are all of the wrestlers going to be there?
I'm not sure who's all going. It's just as who's available. I know Darren will be there. I'm pretty sure a few other people will be there. Some will be there with their merch. I'm not really sure who's all going. It's all just as who's available, really.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be there in the beginning, just for the first little while when it starts out. And I can't wait. I can't wait to meet some people and find, talk
They're
to some
fun. We have a lot of fun.
I'm sure.
We definitely have a lot of fun before the shows, too. It's a lot of heckling, and it's literally like a giant locker room full of people just heckling each other.
That sounds cool.
Like, I've never seen so much heckling going on in my entire life. And then what's even worse is, like, there's more male to female ratio. So it makes it 10 times worse because they're like, oh, this is bigger than yours, and da-da-da-da-da. And the girls are just standing there like, what are you doing? And I'm running around checking on them, and they're like, careful, you might see my junk. And it's like, it's not something that I've never not seen before. Like, just, do you need a water or some food or something?
What?
Like, just tell me what you need.
Am I going to trip over it?
Like, yeah. Obviously, it's not long enough for me to trip over it, so I'm not worried about it. Right. I literally feel like a sorority mother to a bunch of frat boys.
That's understandable. I mean, I can see that. Definitely, I can see that.
I get from, hey, can I borrow your vape, to, will you put baby oil on my back? Like, come on.
Really?
All the babies.
Yeah.
Do they really ask that? Like,
yeah. I'm just like, and they know it's okay to ask me because, like, it's nothing sexual on my part. Like, that I've got a wife. Like, it's nothing sexual on my end. So it's safe to ask that from me, Or you see him back there and there's two dudes rubbing baby oil on each other and they're like, it's not what you think it is, bro. It's like, okay, we don't want to know what you guys were doing 5 minutes ago, but just, do you need water?
That's funny.
I love it though. Like, I totally love it. I live for show days, but the night before and the show day, I am a stressed mess.
I'm sure.
It's rough.
A stressed mess. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, everybody's got to be at the venue by 2 or 1. Okay, I got 10 minutes to get dressed, get myself dressed, get my wife ready, get the dogs fed, get the car loaded, be to this hotel, drop this person off, go back to this hotel, and I'm just like, I can only fit 3 people in my car. And there's 17 people that's got to be picked up, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Got to get a bigger trunk, No,
I can't afford gas in a bigger car. I drive an SUV.
No, get a trailer.
Put them in the trunk, in the back.
Strap them to it. No,
I was just like, we need to find another wrestler that has a bigger vehicle that can haul more people.
yeah, that's a good idea.
But
Or a
I
big,
totally live
Oh
for
gosh,
show
or
days.
you could get a bus and have Doc like soup it up and decorate
Right?
it.
We'll just tell Doc to let us borrow his motorhome for the night and just pick up wrestlers the morning of. They can all just pile in the motorhome.
there you go.
Right? That would be sweet.
Brother, we'll pay your gas and you just need to pick up wrestlers for the day. My brother would trip. He's already got to figure out what to do with it for the wedding, so it's all right.
Darren knocked off again. Seth, do you have any questions about the STF?
I mean, really, I'm curious about how I would go about getting a wrestler booked on it.
If
I've
you're curious about how to get a wrestler booked on our shows, you would have to talk to Darren.
Word. Okay. Yeah, I've
Because
got a
he
buddy
is
of
our
mine.
booker and our promoter.
Cool. Yeah, I've
So
got a
you would
friend
have to
that's
talk to Darren
been
about
wrestling.
that. Because we're
Cool. Yeah,
always
I'll do.
open to new talent. We're always open to looking for new talent. We're actually in the process of looking at new talent.
Cool. Yeah, I've got
So,
a guy who's been wrestling for probably 20 years or so out in Northern California, and
who
he's
is
a
it?
friend of mine, Mitch Valentine, the Heartbreaker Mitch Valentine.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Yeah, so he started out in PCW, Pro Championship Wrestling, up out of Orville, Loma Rica, California, and he's been all over from like, Gold Rush, Grand Prix, All Pro at one point. I think he's even been down to Pacific Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, the best thing I can tell you to do is just get a hold of Darren.
Word.
Meduzzi can send you his info. That would be the best bet to have talk to Darren about bringing him out here.
Cool. Also, you guys do deathmatch at all? Anything like that?
That would be another question for Darren. I'm not sure. I don't book the matches. Like I said, I feel like a giant babysitter for boys.
I feel it.
It's like I have little toddlers on leashes. I told Darren, I was like, I'm going to buy air tags that buzz when I push a button so I know when to page what wrestler so they can come running because I'm tired of running around finding them.
Word.
It's like a toddler trying to
smart.
figure out which toddlers where.
I had to get a little pager for concerts and stuff. Be like, buzz them, hey, your set's on, let's go.
Oh, it's not even that. It's not even the whole set thing. It's before the show when you've gone to the store and you've got all their crap from the store that they're looking for. And then you go to find them and they're nowhere to be found.
I just look in the smoking area, man.
They
They're
send you
parking
to
lot
the
party.
store to go buy soda and water and energy drinks and cigar wraps. And you're like, come back and you're like, okay, guys, where are you? And you're like, hello, Marco. And there's no Polo.
What are they usually doing?
Smoking a blunt.
Well, you said it, not me.
They're in the back by the garbage can. And
I
they're like,
wasn't going to call them out, but you said it, not me.
Hey, man, I already know.
So, Seth, you've been like a wrestling fan for a long ass time. Tell everybody about yourself.
Well, I with the whole wrestling thing, I started out probably 06, 07. My cousin moved out from Florida out to California, and for the longest time, I wasn't allowed to watch WWE, anything like that. And my cousin moved in with us and jumped right into CZW. Jumped right out of WWE. None of that. It was CZW, XPW, all the deathmatch stuff. Just crazy shit. And from there, I developed a fondness for storylines in WWE and everything like that. And I had the wrestling Bible back in the day. I had like every wrestler from, the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
And studied that motherfucker. That was my Bible. I love it. Yeah, from there, it's just over the years I've accumulated what I call useful knowledge, but I'm a dictionary. I'm an encyclopedia of wrestling knowledge. Um, yeah, and nowadays I'm trying to get into. So I do like promoting for music and everything. Starting to do a lot of underground hip hop shows. Um, and from there, like I want to get into being a wrestling promoter. I think that would be dope. I think that I have a good creative mind. I think it was something that was fun. More like a producer, more less than a promoter. You feel me? Like I want to help make the match and shit. But yeah, my wrestling knowledge is pretty expansive. I have fun with it.
That's nice. And I'm kind of like, I used to watch the cartoons. Oh God, what was that? Saturday morning cartoons with the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan and all. Oh man, that really was my favorite thing. And I used to watch the matches all the time. And I took a big break for a long time, and now I'm getting back into it, and it's exciting. I love it. And my favorite part is just shouting.
And we
It's just
love getting the fans involved, and that's what I do. You'll see me walking around a lot during the show because I see what I pay attention to what the fans get into.
Yeah.
And what the fans like, so I can relay that back to our wrestlers and our staff and things like that, so we know what to keep doing and what not to do. And like some of our matches do get pretty intense. I will not lie. And so if we do try to encourage, like if you have small children, to try to keep them as close to you as possible. And if I'm on the floor yelling, "Get out of the way," we encourage you to get out of the way. Because our last show turned into literally two of our wrestlers basically turned into some bowling balls, and our chairs were the pins, and our wrestlers were the bowling balls.
Oh, that's always great.
Sounds like me in a bar.
It was pretty intense. Like I'm screaming, "Get out of the way," and people are like, "No, I'm watching." I'm like, "Well, if your kids get hurt, it's not my fault."
Get up.
Like I was telling Darren, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna set up my camera. I'm gonna set up my computer, but please, don't have any wrestlers smash my shit, please."
No, we'll put you in a safe spot. But sometimes our matches do have weapons involved. You'll see Legos, kendo sticks, trash can lids, things like that, chairs, just random things like that. Occasionally you'll see blood. Like it's nothing like real hardcore. You're not gonna see like light bulbs and things like that,
Right.
We try to keep it as kid friendly as possible. We encourage you to heckle the wrestlers, but try to keep it as kid friendly as possible.
Right.
Hold the you fucked up. All right.
Yeah, and no, you can't be sitting there screaming you the whole time.
What if I'm like you? What if I'm like you effed up? Would that be okay?
You can say that, but we don't encourage you to say the whole "fuck you" and "you fucked up," because it is a community center and it is a family show. We're trying to be different than every other promotion here in Utah.
And you really are setting the mold. It's fun to see this. I can't wait for November 4th.
Can't wait for you guys to come. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast.
I'm hella excited. I'm new to the product, so I'm definitely excited.
Definitely make sure you guys get there early then.
Well, I have to work until 1:30. So what do you mean by early?
Well, you have plenty of time. I don't think our doors open till 5:30.
Okay, so for interviewing the wrestlers, what time do you?
I think all our wrestlers have to be in back by 5.
So if I show up around 4,
you can show up whenever, as long as you're done with, unless you do the interviews in the back. somewhere.
Yeah. And see, what I could do is I could interview them this way. Like if anybody wants to get on before the Armageddon, I would love to do it this way. And because then it's not going to interfere with their process of the event. Does that make sense?
Right.
And
And
interview them there too.
I know August wanted to interview with you, and he's our champion, and he's in Florida.
Yeah, if there's like a wrestler that would like to seriously get on and talk about themselves and let us know who they are and give us kind of an idea of before the event, I think that would be really awesome. That's kind of what because now that I'm getting a feel for what everything is, what's going down, I'm thinking that might be. Darren, I was just saying, I think it would be great if we had some wrestlers get on with me live before the event, the ones that are really serious about it. And then at the event, I will interview them, but very casually. So it'll just be more like just wrestling them, like, just wrestling them up and hyping and their characters and everything. So.
I can't hear anything.
Oh dear. Well,
What did you say?
I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna invite your wrestlers to get on a live like this before the event. I want to interview as many as I can online so everybody can get an idea of who's going to be in these matches if they'd like to. And then at the match, if I haven't interviewed them, it'll probably be more casual because if I show up around 4:00, 3:30, 4, it'll probably just be like at the event, just have them come by, say hi or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I don't know if Darren can hear. It looks like he's frozen.
I will get with Darren and I will talk to him about it, and we'll figure out which wrestlers want to get on.
Because, I mean, if you're watching this live right now, you guys, we are going to... I'm the interviewer. I'm a doozy. I interview on my other branch, Zoetic Promotions. I interview artists and musicians. I've been interviewing for 5 years. I've got a background in this. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And this is our new branch, 801 Ring Talk. And we have Seth, Mr. Crow for Crow Promotions. We have ZJ, we have Sunny, and that's our crew. So we're not only going to be doing interviews here on 801 Ring Talk, we are creating a lot of new different things that we will be announcing soon. They're in the creation.
I'm excited.
This is going to be fun. I mean, can we give him a sneak on the idea, or are we ready yet?
That's ZJ's. I'd hold it down.
They gave me a total overview of it, and I'm excited. I gotta see this. I gotta do it. I'm gonna be part of it.
Yeah, me too.
You guys.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, we got some dope stuff planned.
Yeah.
Whole lot of wrestling events that we're gonna be a part of. Yeah, dude.
Watch out for the sneaky promotions, though.
Oh, I know it. Not my first rodeo.
Yeah.
You got those shady motherfuckers out there.
Always. In every scene, man. I mean, from wrestling to music.
Unfortunately, yeah, every scene.
Yep. No, I know it. And, I'm the... trying to be the anti-fuck shit. Feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Like, do good business, like, I'm learning. I'm new to all this, like, promoting and everything, but,
I try to play nice, but when you fuck with my company, I'm gonna fuck with yours.
No, absolutely. Eye for an eye.
Over stupid shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
and wrestling gets petty. Oh, man.
It is petty, like, grow up.
Yeah.
But that's not either here nor there.
And, like, what is your weirdest experience that you've had, Bam, like, with a wrestler?
With this company or just in general?
Just in general.
Ooh,
like, what is general. Not the sword fighting in the locker room. I want to know, like
Okay,
weirdest stuff.
so like when I first got introduced to like Utah wrestling, it was automatically I was fresh meat and everybody had to sleep with me. And I was like, no,
sounds
that's
like
not
prison.
how it works.
That sounds like prison. Are you like, here, you throwing a bar of soap that way?
But
like,
then the funny
go
thing is
fetch.
if you sleep with more than 5 wrestlers, you're considered a ring rat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's what they call somebody who sleeps with all the wrestlers. Is they're considered ring rats.
What if you just like Google them and you're like, they're hot, but you don't do shit?
I don't
What's
know.
that?
I've
That's
been called a ring
doozy.
rat. It's fine. It's
Kidding.
whatever. I don't care. I don't look at that way. It's whatever. It's just whatever.
Sometimes, like I have total respect for wrestlers, but sometimes I can't help it. They're hot as fuck. They're up there like, you know.
Yeah.
So just.
Oh, I know. We have one of our female wrestlers, and I'm like, when Ty and I go watch, I'm like, babe, did you just see what she did? She's like, no, all I see her ass is going. Because this wrestler, literally, she is all ass, and she is not afraid to flaunt it.
Hell yeah! I mean,
and she's gorgeous, and I'm like, did you not just say that? She's like, no, I just see ass.
And wrestlers work hard to keep their physique perfect, you know, so they deserve to flaunt it.
Yeah, like we have a lot of our wrestlers that we brought in are in shape, and I'm just like,
dang, huh?
I don't really think I want to get into a fight with you right now.
Right.
And like even the famous people we brought in, like we brought in Miranda Gordy, we brought in Medusa, and we brought in Gangrel this year.
Wait, are you talking about Medusa?
Yeah, like Medusa.
Like Medusa, like the old school.
Yeah,
badass.
That now drives monster truck.
She's
coming back soon.
Hero.
Yeah, we had her in this. We've had them in this year.
She's my hero. When is she gonna come back? Let me know.
We will. We post it. If you guys follow our page, it's always on there. All our updates are always on our STF page.
I gotta be at this one. Like
Yeah, we had Gangrel, not this last show, but our show before that.
He's a bad motherfucker too. I miss the Brood days, man.
Surprisingly, he was kind of a dick.
Oh, I've heard that. I mean, look at his other career that he does, you know.
Like he was really kind of douchey.
What's his other career? Like a
he's
salesman
an adult entertainer. Adult entertainer. So, I mean, he's a dick.
Yeah, that's
right.
I mean, really, he is a dick at that point.
You know,
that's the role.
Makes sense.
I mean,
but like, he just threw a hissy fit about everything. But it turned out to be a good show.
Hell yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I'm excited.
So, I asked you, like, what's the weirdest experience you've had?
Trying to get slept with by everybody.
That's it?
That's weird. And yeah, because I really don't do much else. This is the first time like I've had hands-on experience in a company. Usually I was just a fan. So.
Yeah, so what is the greatest experience you've had?
Getting to meet all the famous people I've gotten to meet over the year. Like I've got to meet Sunny, I've got to meet Rhino. Like I said, Gangrel, Medusa, Miranda Gordy. God, and the list just goes on.
Nice.
So that's been the best part of it so far.
And do you find, like, are there many promoters for this in Salt Lake? Is there a competition? Like, I mean, I don't want you to name any names or anything, but like, do we have a lot of this going on?
I know of 2 other companies, and we work with one of the other companies.
Okay.
And the other company we don't get along with so well.
Well, and that probably happens, you know. There might be a little bit of competition, but
it's not competition, it's just pettiness.
But I'm sure everybody has their. I mean, everybody deserves to put out their shit, you know.
Yeah.
And it's fun, like, to see all the local wrestlers.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, who are those guys from Ogden that we saw the other day? And they were at the event last Saturday. Shoot. Not Purgatory. No. There were two dudes and they put on a show. Huh? Infirmatory.
Oh, the infantry.
Infantry. Yeah, sorry. I'm
Yeah.
really, really bad with names. The Infantry. Have you seen
Yeah,
them
the
before?
infantry. They're dope.
Which promotion were they with?
Not sure.
Because if they're from Ogden, they're probably with Dive.
Mm-hmm. But they
these
were
guys have been on
good.
AEW and shit. Like, they were really dope. Their work.
Yeah. There was a point where they're starting the match, and then you look over, and they're in the corner, just sitting there like they're in the military, in the infantry. They're like sitting there. One's up.
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
You got the feeling like their whole act. They presented it as if you were there, like they're the infantry. They hold up the flag, they jump up, but their fighting was amazing.
Yeah, we've got one group that's with us. They're called Nemesis. They're a biker group.
Nice.
And they're pretty badass.
Nemesis. All right. That's cool.
And then we have August. We have a bunch of people.
Nice. Darren hasn't popped back in. He said his devices are just not working. And, this is the first interview with you guys. Next time I get you on, we'll definitely make sure that the devices and the internet works good.
Right.
And it's okay. Like, it was amazing to be able to talk to Darren. I think we should probably close this up. And everybody, Armageddon event, November 4th, and this Saturday on the 14th in Lehigh at the Curry Pizza.
Correct.
11 a.m.
11:30.
11:30 a.m. Meet and greet. Be there. It's going to be fun. And then Seth and I and ZJ and Sunny, we're going to be at the event. I'm going to be interviewing the wrestlers, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So
I'm excited.
If you're wondering who we are, we're 801 Ring Talk. And we talk about the rings. We talk about everything in the ring that we can.
And if you see me at the show, don't be afraid to come up and say hi. I won't bite.
Oh, what? You bit me last time.
You liked it.
Damn. No.
Don't tell my wife, though.
No, I bit your leg. I bit your leg back like Scrappy Doo. What? Is that? Wait.
At least somebody bites me back.
What's Scooby Doo's little cousin? Is it Scrappy Doo?
Scrappy.
Yes, Scrappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like Scrappy. If I was a wrestler, that would be my name. I'd be all like, "Arr."
They keep trying to convince me to be a wrestler, and I'm like, no, because it wouldn't be wrestling.
Throw a stiff one, man.
It'd be boxing.
I'd be like, fly.
No, I'm not gonna pump you.
We wouldn't be in Kansas no more, that's for sure.
Right. I think it'd be fun to be a referee.
We're always looking for new refs.
Because I'm short as fuck, and it would be funny as hell.
Do
you know
it.
What I'm saying?
Do it. We have refs that'll train you. We have refs that'll train you. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I'll think about this. That would be fun.
Do it.
That would be so dope.
I think it would be great.
Yeah.
I think it would be great.
My size is the funnest part about that.
When we had the war wrestling, we had the one of the midget wrestling companies that come out and they wrestled with us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. I definitely want to be present for these. I haven't seen them yet. I think it'd be dope.
Girl, you're going to have a blast. Signs are welcome. Everything's welcome.
Darren is back. We're about ready to close up But now that you're back, is there anything that you would like to announce or say, or
Well, first of all,
before
I
we
want to
go?
apologize for my phone not cooperating. Trying to get
It's
on,
okay.
but November 4th, Armageddon. We may or may not have a surprise or two happening too that day. Maybe I'll say that.
Surprises? What?
Maybe
I love
may
surprises.
or may not be.
Ah, well, if you don't have the surprise you're thinking of, at least have some kind of a surprise. Because now I'm going to be like, what's the surprise?
Well, there may be something.
I'm going to call you. I'm going to be like, what's the surprise? I'm going to like make sure.
Surprise! It's me. Just kidding. Your surprise is you get to see my lovely face. I'm just kidding. Not really. Nobody wants to see my face.
Well, we all love seeing your face tonight. I appreciate you getting on.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And Darren, appreciate you. Don't worry about the tech stuff.
Try this again and maybe it'll cooperate this time.
Yeah, like next time, I'd love to get you guys back on, and definitely at the event, we'll make sure that we do a test run. Make sure everything's
Yeah,
working
we'll have
good.
plenty of time at the event.
And it'll just be on my end because I'll have my camera. Like I can move my camera around. You know, like I can make sure that it's pointed towards the ring. It's gonna be dope. I can sit there. You'll hear me talking about it and cheering on wrestlers and shit. And I'm pretty loud.
All right.
Seth, am I loud?
You're loud. It's going to be fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I say funny shit too.
That's okay. We love when the fans heckle our wrestlers and they heckle back.
Yeah, that's fun. That's one of the funnest parts about it. So, all right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Seth. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday at the meet and greet.
All right. We'll see ya.
And have an amazing night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.